Mr. Trap House, Mr. Dope Boy, Mr. Slime Ball, Mr. Get My Pet that pitch the rain off.
That's probably the best song off the album. Olympian. Shout out to Playboy Cardi, but please, for the love of Christ, man, shorten the albums, brother. Cause I can't keep up, man. 30 songs is egregious. It's a lot of shit to keep up with. I listened to it probably about 3 times all the way through. But I guess if you're gonna drop once every 3 years, you can do that. But why not drop like once every year and have like 10 songs? I don't know. Welcome back, ladies and bitches, or bitches and gentlemen. It's Easter, but it's also 420. I don't smoke weed anymore. But if I did, I would be smoking. We just got too powerful, man. We just got way too powerful out of nowhere. Like, it's like the shit I was smoking in high school or even after high school. This ain't that. And I don't know what they're doing to it. Are they spraying something on it? I don't know. They're doing something to it because this isn't the weed I know. I feel like I don't have any fucking room up here. This isn't the weed I know. It's like I just get high. Way too high. Like, even if I take one hit, that's like one blunt used to last me a week before I quit smoking. Like, I couldn't do it, bro. Like, I was like, and then I just get nervous. That's what it was. It was making me nervous. Fucking, I wasn't greening out because I wasn't panicking, but like I was like thinking about calling my mom. I'll put it like that. Sometimes I did. I just would be like, man, it'd be 2, 3 in the morning. I'm calling her out her fucking sleep, man. And I wouldn't tell her why I was calling her. Not because she'd be mad, but I guess in my high mind, I thought she'd be mad. So, like, I would just be like, well, so what are you doing? Breathing heavy as shit. I'm pacing around the fucking living room. Yeah. So then I just decided, yeah, fuck it. I'm going to be done. Maybe I'll get back into it. But happy 420 and happy Easter if that's what you celebrate. If not, fuck it. I haven't been up to much lately, man. I've been doing the same old shit. Working. And still and broke. So maybe we'll find a way out. But until then, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. So we're launching women into space now. That's something that has happened recently. I think it was 4 or 5 women went into space. Let me look this up real quick. Women in space. Blue Origin's all-female mission under fire. Yeah. That's a dumbass fucking name, too. I'll put that out there. Oh, by the way, I got a fucking haircut, so... Don't everybody come for me at once, man. This week, a 10-minute rocket ride. You gotta be shitting me, brother. They only went up there for 10 fucking minutes? All women. I'm looking at them. Katy Perry was one of them. I don't even see her. I guess she looks different. I see 3 white women, 2 black women, and 1 Asian woman. They had to have somebody that was smart up there. So, holy shit, was that? Am I allowed to say that? This week, a 10-minute rocket ride became a multi-day headline. Katy Perry reportedly saying, "It's a wonderful world." What? Jeff Bezos, blah, 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 blah. Together, they soared 65 miles above Earth. Okay. It was America's first all-female space crew in more than 60 years of human spaceflight. Well, I don't think they went up there. I saw the video, and I'll put the video so y'all can see it. But it was like, when it landed, first of all, it hit the ground so fucking hard. There's no way. I mean, I guess they were I don't know. It was weird, bro, because you'll see it when it hit the ground. It hit the ground so fucking hard. Fucking cat. It hit the ground so fucking hard. And the first thing you see or say when you see the video is, "There's no way anybody is in that." Like it was just like it hit the ground and like they were in the desert and like fucking dust when it was crazy. And then they go to open up the door, or they open the door from the inside. These dumb bitches. They open the door from the inside, and then whoever was standing outside, like part of the crew, because they're like filming this shit live, so they can't go back and erase this footage. Anyways, they open it from the inside, which you're not allowed to do. Apparently, this is what I've learned. It's like when it's pressurized, you can't open it from the inside. Like that's just. So they open up the door. And then the lady goes up to the door and says something. You can't see what she was saying, but like she was clearly said something like, "No, no, 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 you can't do that." They closed that bitch real quick, and then here comes Jeff Bezos up there with this big fucking tool thing to unlock the door. Brother, we already saw that shit was open. And then they get out in these fucking Fantastic Four looking suits. And no helmet, no nothing. And we're just supposed to believe that they were up there. And then they're all saying dumb shit. And I saw Jeff Bezos' wife, and man, that bitch is busted, bro. Holy shit. Like, she is busted. Like, she looks like a fucking, like, poster child for botched, plastic surgery. I'm looking at her picture right now, and she's not an attractive woman. Well, she might be if she stayed natural. Who am I to judge, though, man? Who am I to judge? Anyways, they didn't go to space. And my thing is, why do it? And why is Katy Perry there? The fuck does Katy Perry know about fucking space? The fuck do any of these bitches know? What does Jeff Bezos' wife know about space? Besides what he tells her. Well, nobody knows anything about space, bro. Let's be honest. Except for, like, people that are qualified to talk about space. But these 6 bitches, you didn't go to space. Maybe they went really, really high up. Maybe they did that. But I don't believe they went to space. Marks the 11th human flight. That's it? What's in space? What do we want to figure out? Why do we even go to space? What is there to figure out? Okay, there's other planets, and what is there to figure out? What do we gain from going to space? I might sound ignorant because there might be a real reason, but what do we gain from that? What's up there? I don't know. But I don't believe that these 6 bitches went up there. And I think we need to stop going to space. There's no point. This shit probably cost how fucking much? This shit probably cost billions to do it. We probably spent billions of dollars to send these 6 bitches up to space. And I'm putting the emphasis on the bitches because these bitches haven't done shit. Fuck. Why is Katy Perry going to space for 10 minutes? You think I give a fuck, brother? I just worked 50 hours this week. The last thing I want to see is Katy Perry and 5 other bitches go to space. Allegedly. And they couldn't even get that right. They couldn't even get that right, man. So I don't think they went to space, but me personally, would I go to space? Nah, hell no. I would never go to space. If somebody was offering me and said, hey, we could take you up there, I'm good. I'm fine up here. There's plenty of shit to be discovered here. So, no, I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't. I had to think about it again. Another thing in the news that's been going around recently is Karmelo Anthony. Not the ball player, but this kid. Apparently, he stabbed this other kid at a track meet. I guess they're in high school. Stabbed this kid at a track meet and killed him. Now, when I first saw it, I guess I was on kind of the more white power side of Twitter, and it was just outrage, bro. About this black kid that killed this white kid. So, what I saw on Twitter was just them bashing this black kid that killed him. Black kid stabbed this white kid at a track meet over a seat. Blah 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 blah. They were posting pictures from his Instagram or something of him with guns. Blah blah blah. So of course, at first I was like, "Oh man, this is crazy." Like, give him the death penalty. Blah blah blah. I guess he just got out on bond, or he's on house arrest. Some shit. I don't know. And I was reading up on it, and they said it was self-defense. That's why he got the bond, is because they're saying it was self-defense. So I read up on it a little bit. I'm gonna be honest, you know how I feel about reading. And I need to get this full. I need to know what happened. What we've learned about Karmelo Anthony. First of all, why did your parents name you that? And it's Karmelo Anthony with a K. Karmelo with a K, Anthony. Dad must have loved ball. Karmelo Anthony, the Frisco teen accused of fatally stabbing another student at high school track meet earlier this month. Wow. He was arrested on April 2nd, accused of killing the 17-year-old at a track meet. He has told police he was acting in self-defense. Okay. Our son deserves the same rights under the law that everyone is afforded. Okay. The conditions of Karmelo Anthony's release include house arrest and ankle monitor, of course. Damn, man. According to the arrest warrant, Karmelo Anthony was waiting out a weather delay under. Oh! He was a participant in the track meet. Holy shit. He caught a body while he was. Holy shit. Okay. Just waiting for the weather delay, blah, blah, blah. when Metcalf, the kid he killed, told him to move. That's crazy. Anthony allegedly reached inside of his bag and said, "Touch me and see what happens." Oh, my God. I immediately would have backed off. Okay, you got it, buddy. Metcalf then touched him, to which Anthony replied, "Punch me and see what happens." Okay. Metcalf grabbed Anthony and again told him to move when Anthony pulled out his knife and stabbed Metcalf once in the chest and ran away. I feel like this really could have been avoided in both ways. Both parties, they really could have avoided this. Anthony later told responding officers he was defending himself, stating, "He put his hands on me. I told him not to," while crying hysterically. Yeah, buddy, you fucking murdered somebody. Anthony also asked if Metcalf was going to be okay. Metcalf bled out in his twin brother's arms. Oh, shit. He was pronounced dead at the hospital less than an hour after the stabbing. Okay. So this is my takeaways from that. It could have been avoided. First of all, it definitely could have been avoided. For both, the white kid could have not said that. You know, there's probably plenty of seats. Who the fuck's going to a track meet besides parents? So there's probably plenty of places to sit. But also that kid could have put his pride to the side and moved. And also, I feel like he kind of was egging him on with the touch me and see what happens. Well, he touched him and he saw what happened. He's no longer with us. But I think it's going to be a hard case for Karmelo Anthony because, one, he's a black kid killing another white kid. And then those odds are never going to be in his favor, bro. Regardless of the situation. I don't think his life was in danger, or I don't think he feared for his life. So I don't think he's going to beat this one. To be honest with you, I don't think he's going to beat this one just because of the magnitude of it, I guess. I don't know. Or the gravity of the situation. I don't know. Gravity of the situation, maybe. But I think the odds are definitely stacked not in his favor. But, I mean, he got a bond, though, so that's always a plus. But I think, you just got to chill out sometimes, man. And a message to any of them young boys out there watching this, man, just put the pride to the side. Everybody doesn't have to die. Everybody doesn't have to die. I mean, you could have just fought him. But then, I mean, nowadays you never know. The white kid could have had a knife and killed him. It could have been avoided. Sad situation for both parties, man. Both families are hurting after this one. So that's my biggest takeaway from that, man. Don't stab people. And don't tell people to move when they don't need to move. It's simple shit, actually. So, yeah. Another thing that's been circulating, Tennessee's quarterback, Nico Iamaleava. I think that's how you say his name. Cannot pronounce that shit. Anyways, apparently he wanted $4 million NIL. Tennessee was bullshitting, so he started skipping practice, and they cut his ass. And first and foremost, I want to say thank God that Tennessee had some gruesome nuts and said, "Nah, enough is enough. You're not worth $4 million, buddy, and you're not bigger than the program." So, get the fuck out, which is what I would have said. I don't know what they said to him, but that is ridiculous, brother. You are demanding $4 million as a college player who, frankly, you haven't done shit. You're not, in my opinion, you're not top 5 quarterbacks in college football. I don't even think you're top 5 quarterbacks in the SEC, which says a lot. I mean, the SEC is stacked, but if you're not top 5 in your own conference, what the fuck do you want $4 million for, brother? And what college player is demanding $4 million? You're not a pro yet. That's what I'm saying when I say NIL is just fucking college football. Like, these kids are demanding all this money, and they're not. There's no upside. Yeah, I'm giving you $4 million, but you threw for 100 yards and 0 touchdowns in a playoff game against Ohio State. And they said he was planning on sitting out that game because he felt like he needed more money because he got them to the playoffs. Like, that's an incentive. Oh, I got y'all to the playoffs. Well, I need $2 million, $2 more. What? You're a fucking college player, bro. Y'all used to not make shit. Not $0. I know they were getting money, but you used to have to sweep that shit under the rug, man. Now they can outright say, "Yeah, I'm not coming to practice because you're not giving me $4 million." And then he goes to UCLA. He transfers to UCLA. The dumb whoever the fuck is the recruiting staff there decides he's going to be a good fit after what he does. And whoever is in his corner and was telling him to do that, he just fucked his entire career up. Because this is supposed to be his draft year. I mean, he could stay another year, but he probably is now that he's at a different school. But this was going to be his draft year if he stayed at Tennessee. So why are you pitching this big fit during or before the possible season where you can get drafted? It doesn't make sense, bro. And I mean, I don't think he was going to be shit anyways. So maybe he realized that. Maybe he realized, man, I suck. Let me just try to get my M's while I can. And if that's but I know that's not true. These kids, they got God complexes, bro. They think that they're the best players ever, and that's why they think they deserve this money. No college player deserves millions. Maybe Jeremiah Smith, who's making $2 million at the wide receiver position, which is nuts. He deserves that because he is one of the best wide receivers I've ever seen, period. And he's a freshman going into his sophomore year. So maybe no college players deserve that much money. I feel like NIL, maybe they need to cap it out. Nobody's making more than $2 million, which $2 million is nuts. If it was up to me, I'd say, yeah, nobody's making, but there's no way to gauge this. There's no, who is the fucking, what do you call it? God damn it. Not the president, but, not GM. I don't know. Whoever, the Adam Silver of the NBA. They need somebody like that. If I was that guy, which they need one, I would say nobody's making more than $2 million. Well, if it was up to me, I'd say $1 million. Nobody's making more than that a year. That's plenty enough, bro, for playing college sports. Because at the end of the day, you got to remember you're a student athlete, not an athlete student. You're a student athlete, and that's what I say to them. Because it's getting ridiculous. It's basically like the G League, but with more money. It's like these kids haven't even made it yet. And then they think they deserve $4 million. Bro, Russell Westbrook doesn't even make $4 million. And you mean to tell me you're better at sports than Russell Westbrook, Nico? Fuck out my face. I'll spit on you, bitch. I will spit on Nico if I ever see him. And I'm not even a Tennessee fan. That shit just pissed me off, bro. How much of a bitch can you be? I'm going to the next topic, 'cause, man, that shit got me pissed off. It's like you're going to a school. You're going to a school that you're going to the University of Tennessee, brother. They don't need you. Why would you pitch a fit like that when you're gonna get drafted? Allegedly, she's gonna get. He would get drafted. He's not. He's not gonna get drafted anymore. But yeah. I saw an ad the other day of, I think the shit came up on Instagram. It was either DoorDash or Uber Eats, some shit, and it's eat now, pay later. Eat now, pay later. Eat now, pay later with Uber Eats or with DoorDash, whatever this was. Meaning, you're going to be in debt for eating food. Can you imagine? You know, you tell somebody, hey, man, let's go. Oh, man, I haven't paid my fucking DoorDash loan back. I really went crazy at McDonald's the other day. Still haven't paid back my Uber Eats loan. I'd be like, what? These people are going broke on DoorDash. Maybe now that I'm saying it out loud, it's not as crazy as it seemed when I first saw it, but it is crazy. Eat now, pay later. These people are going into debt to use Uber Eats and DoorDash, and this is clearly targeting uh below the poverty line people. Yeah, you want that fucking Big Mac meal? How bad you fucking want it? You want to go in debt for it? I gotta look this up. Eat now, pay later. First fucking thing that pops up. Let's see. Eat now, pay later. Fuel is DoorDash. Fuels concerns around loans for takeout. They're giving you loans to eat, to take out food. They're giving you loans so you can go eat at Panda Express. That's some of the craziest shit I've ever heard, bro. DoorDash are joining forces with Klarna to let users pay for a meal with installment loans. And I see the installment loans all the time, you know, on shoe websites, fucking clothing websites, which that's nuts too. If I find out you're wearing shoes and you are paying installment payments on it, I don't want to be around you, brother. That's nuts. If you need shoes that bad, you got to get your priorities straight. If you can't buy the shoes whole, don't get them. That's my rule of thumb. If I have to take out a loan for clothing, like buy fakes, buy reps. I mean, that's what everybody's doing now. The fucking I just saw some designer is under fire because the factories that their purses are made in, people are getting them from those factories direct at like one thousandth of the price, but it's the same shit. They're making these shits in China and shipping them to. They're doing something where it's like, oh, we could still say they were made in France because we shipped them this way, and then we're just putting our logo on it and marking it up 2,000%. Like I think it was Birkin or Hermes or some shit. You know, it costs like, I think the number I saw was still kind of nuts. Like it cost $10,000 a purse to make, and then they're selling them for like $40,000. which still $10,000. And then what gets me is like it'll be like a crocodile purse or like an alligator purse or whatever the fuck it is you want, boots or some shit. Crocodile Birkin purse, and it says made in Italy or made in France. There's no fucking alligators in Italy, is there? Bear with me. We'll be right back. Shout out to Dr. Phil. We'll be right back. No, there's no alligators in Italy. Or there's no alligators, so I'm assuming there's no crocodiles. So, are there alligators or crocodiles in Europe? Why are there no crocodiles in Europe? That's what came up. So no. So there's no way that's not possible. How are you making these alligator and crocodile purses when them bitches don't even live there? Come on, man. But it's that it's the social status that people feel the need to keep up with. Oh well, fucking Dua Lipa has a Birkin, so I gotta get it. You know, people would go broke for this shit. People will go in debt for this shit, literally in debt to keep up with what these celebrities are doing. Or not, they don't even have to be celebrities. We've all seen people, whether it be friends or family, have designer shoes, designer clothes, or whatever, and you're like, damn, I gotta get me some of that. I gotta get me some of that. But why? And it's like people are so obsessed with the name brands of things. Like motherfuckers wearing Gildan t-shirts with Gucci and Dior on it. Like, why are you so obsessed to the point where, like, it's crazy the mindset that people get in about this shit. And while these companies are just fucking y'all sideways out of your money, like these things are so poorly made, and then they're selling them for, 3 times the value. So it's crazy. But back to what this all started with, the eat now, pay later. Installments. Okay. What the need to use a buy now, pay later service for food orders is, saying that it is increasing the debt ridden economy. Yeah, we are in a what do you mean you have 11K in DoorDash debt? That's a tweet. Nah, for real. Like, can you imagine if somebody told you, yeah, like I'm really trying to pay off these loans, man. Like I'm really working for this shit. And you're like, oh damn, like what, did you buy a car or something? No, I just like really, really like Wendy's. I'm addicted to Taco Bell. So you are $15,000 in debt because of Wendy's? Because you were eating at Wendy's? It just seems like a trap. That's all I'm saying. Dave Ramsey's talking about this shit. Shout out, I fuck with Dave Ramsey. If you don't know about Dave Ramsey, follow him on Instagram at least, man. He be giving out game, man. I really fuck with Dave Ramsey. I learned about him in personal finance in 11th grade. I don't remember shit from high school because I didn't do shit in high school, but that's the class I remember the most from, was personal finance in high school. The teacher was weird as fuck, but he kind of gave off like what's that shit called, pedophile vibes, but not gay pedophile. Like he liked little girls. That's the vibe he was giving off. I'm not putting that on him. So I felt safe because I was like, I'm not on his radar. But he would just show Dave, like he didn't teach. He would just show Dave, pretty much Dave Ramsey taught this class. We would just watch his videos. So And I had a couple of bad bitches in that class. Now that I'm thinking about it, we had a couple of bad bitches in that class. One of them actually, like, she was bad. Like, and I was in, no, this wasn't 11th grade. This was 12th grade or 10th. Wait, no, was it? Nah, this was 10th grade, I think. So, but this class had like 12th graders in it, 11th graders in it. And I'm looking at these bitches in here because it was like the difference from a ninth and 10th grader to 11th or fuck 11th, 12th grader, a 18-year-old to a 15-year-old, like that age is incredibly different. Like these women were like grown-ups basically. And here I am, just this horny fucking 10th grader, like, God damn. And the girl in there that was, man, she was so bad. I actually ended up cracking like a couple years out of high school. But I'm not gonna lie, I caught her on a decline, bro. She was getting fat. I actually caught her right before she had a kid, her first kid. So that just goes to show how bad she was doing in life. Like I ain't get the prime. I ain't get her in the prime, but I still like it healed my inner child, like knowing like, yeah, bitch, I can hit that. I can hit that. I did that. You know. Anyways, damn, I'm just thinking about that. There was so many bad bitches in that class. And but yeah, the difference in like what could I like if I went up and talked to her, what could I possibly talk to her about? In 10th grade, I still thought I was gonna be in the NBA. I thought I was gonna make it pro. 120-pound, 5'8" white kid, by the way. What else was I doing? I don't think I started smoking weed or drinking yet. So there was nothing to relate. And this bitch was like, we used to have this class first thing in the morning. This bitch was late, traffic, you know. Them bitches always got the keychains where it's loud, so you know that they're driving to school. How can I relate to that, bro? I actually had a friend. I'll never forget this. It was the summer of 8th grade, going into 9th grade. I had a friend. His name was Francisco. Shout out to him, man. He's doing great in life. Actually, I'm proud of him. But summer going into high school, we were all playing basketball because we were all going to the same high school. We were all on the same basketball team. We were playing, you know, shit kids do it in summer. You know, we were playing basketball, and we were like, damn, like, shit, yeah, we just about to walk back. That's what we did. Like, you know, me and my homeboys, like, we just walked back to our house or my house. That's where everybody was staying. Yeah, and it was probably like maybe 2 miles, probably 2 miles. I'll say 2 miles, like a 2 mile walk. And we are like, yeah, like we're just gonna walk back. He was like, oh no, man, like I'm about to call my girl. She'll come pick us up. What? You're gonna do what? You're gonna call who to come pick us up? Man, I was shocked. I'm in 8th grade. I've never heard of this. Like your girl's gonna come pick us up, bro? Man, he called that bitch. She pulled up, and I'll never forget. It was a silver Dodge Durango. Had to been her mom shit. Bro, this bitch pick us up. I remember I'm in the back seat. Me and my homies, we looking at each other like, this grown ass bitch driving it. Like we looking like, bro, what the fuck, bro? I say grown. She was like going into 10th grade. Yeah, she was like going into 10th grade. We were going into 9th grade. She was going into 10th grade. So she was only a year older. But that's the gap I'm talking about. The gaps are so huge. I just remember being like, I'm in the back seat, like hype. Like I damn near feel like this my bitch. Like I'm like, this bitch coming to pick us all up. I couldn't fathom that. I really couldn't. I felt like that dude. I really did. It wasn't even my bitch. But that's the gap I'm talking about. I forget what sparked this conversation. Oh, but yeah, the gap. That's what I was talking about. The gap between, like, that just goes to show, like, eighth going into ninth and ninth going into 10th. Almost two completely different lifestyles, at least from what I was used to. Like, and I was not a bad kid. Like, I didn't smoke and drink until like 10th, 11th grade maybe. But like I wouldn't OD it. Like I wouldn't, like, I hated drinking in high school. Like it was like like it wasn't until after high school when I started drinking, when life got real. That's when I was like, damn, pass me the Bud Light, please, God. Pass me the Black and Mild. you know. So yeah, grown bitches, man. That's what. No, I couldn't. Me personally, I don't think I can date a grown, like a grown woman older than me. I can't. Have I before? Plenty of times, but it's just not my cup of tea. Like I could do 1 year, maybe two years is where I draw the line. You pushing? Like I like dating girls that are younger than me, not in a creepy way. I like dating girls that are 1 to 2 years younger than me. Put it like that. 3 years. The last girl I was in cahoots with, she was 3 years younger than me, and that was pushing it. Like at some times I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Like shit like that. She was a freshman in college, and I was 22 years old. Like, what are you talking about? That's how I felt. So, 2 years. That's the sweet spot. A girl that's 2 years younger than me. 2 years younger, 2 years older, I can do it. But I feel like once you start getting into, she 3 years older than you, 4, 5 years older. Because I used to talk to this girl. She was like 3 or 4 years older than me. And man, this bitch was like trying to, like, little boy me sometimes. Like I got life figured out, little bro. So, and I was like, I'm not trying to hear that. And on top of that, she really wasn't even that bad. I was just kind of, it was a downtime in my sex life. So I just was like, it's a grown bitch. I'm gonna try that. Never again, bro. She might be the one that made me decide that. No, I'm not dating no grown bitch. Now, are there exceptions? Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. There's a lot of exceptions, but if I had the preference wise, no, no. And like my dad is, I mean, they're divorced, so maybe, but my dad is 5 years older than my mom. Think about that. 5 years older. That's like, they wouldn't even have been in high school at the same time. Obviously, they weren't like, he wasn't like 18 dating a 13-year-old. They were like 23 and 28, 22 and 27 type shit. And even then, like, I'm thinking about that shit. Like, ma, ew. Like, I think about me. I'm 23. I'm thinking about dating a 28-year-old. I'm like, bitch. Sorry, mom. But I'm thinking, like, no. Don't, no. No. Why would you? That's, no. You dating a grown ass man. That's what I would have told my daughter. If my daughter was 23 and she talking about, I'm dating a 29-year-old, 28-year-old. No, the fuck you not. But that's just me. So, but it's also a mentality thing, man. Like if are mentally, are you like, all right, let's just, all right, I'm 23 years old. Let's say I'm dating let's say I start dating an 18-year-old, all right, going into college. She's 18. Okay, are you mentally an 18-year-old? Or, are you a little bit mature in the mind? This sounds nuts. I'm not even going to continue because I sound like I'm fucking R. Kelly. But you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying, man. I hope, at least. Please, God, don't kill me. And it's Easter, and I'm talking about this shit. Oh, I'm such a creep. It's 9:53. NBA playoffs are here. Warriors and Rockets. That's the game that's about to come on. Game 1. Really, it hasn't been any good games yet. So, hoping that one is. Something I've been seeing on Instagram. Well, one of my friends actually brought it to my attention. It's this white woman, and you pay her. She does this dumb fucking dance. I'm gonna put the video right here, so you can see this dumbass dance this bitch is doing. Let's take a second. Yeah. So you can pay this woman to come to your party or whatever. Pay for her to come to your section. I don't know how it works, but the number I've been hearing is $6,000 for her to come for the night and do this dumbass dance. I have her Instagram written right here, but I don't have Instagram on this bitch. So, but I can probably work my magic, man. So, her name is J Barbie 03. So she's 22 years old. Damn, that shit already popped up. Mm-hmm. Gotcha. That sounded weird. I know, gotcha, but all right. And I mean, she's not ugly. I'm gonna put that out there. I'm not trying to be mean because this isn't her fault. If you are giving this woman $6,000 to show up to your party and do this, and like I would get it. This is gonna sound nuts, but I would get it if she was like half naked. Like if she was in stripper attire, for lack of better words. If she was in stripper attire, coming out there and doing this, basically a for rent stripper. Okay, yeah. $6,000 is still cheap or steep. But I would get that. Okay, motherfuckers, lame people do lame shit. I could get that. You want to pay this white girl to come out there $6,000 and strip for the night. Okay, I get that. But this bitch is in jeans. She's in jeans doing this shit. Just acting a fool. And like I said, she's not ugly at all. At all. But holy shit. I'm looking at one of her Instagram posts that said, "Man, listen, I booked that woman to come to Vibes in Port St. Lucie. She is not charging 6K or 8K. People are trying to tear her down. They making fake pages trying to act like they're her manager. They really hating on her bad for a dance that she did just like everyone else was doing, but she just happened to be the one to go viral because of what she looks like." First of all, brother, I hope she gave you some pussy the way you're acting right now. But I'm glad she cleared her name up because I just talked a lot of shit about this woman and she's not charging that much. So real people can admit when they fuck up. Okay, I was wrong. Okay, now I can go back on my previous statement and say, how much would I? This sounds so bad saying rent this lady. How much would I rent her to come to my party for and do this dumbass dance? Well, it depends. Is she just coming there to do the dance and leave, or is she coming around and being cool and hanging out and drinking? I'll do $200. I would do $200 for you to come show up at 11, come to my section, do the fucking dance, make us all go viral. You know, maybe take a little clothes on. And maybe $200, and that's fair. Everything's paid for. We'll have all the drinks for you. We'll have everything. $200. That's what I would pay. So I wish she had like a page or something, so I could fake book her. I wouldn't actually like confirm it. She has 121,000 followers. Wow. Well, I'm glad she cleared her name up with that post, because like I said, I was bashing her. Now I'm not bashing her because like I said, she's cute, man, and she does this little weird dance. We've seen that. But she cleared her name up. She's not charging $6,000 to $8,000. Apparently that's just people scamming her. I'll give you $200. I'll give her $200 to come on the podcast. I'm gonna get her booking information. I'm gonna ask her, where's she from? Where's she at? She come anywhere? Where is Saint? That the guy says Saint Lucie. Saint Lucie, Port Saint Lucie. Let's look that up. Where is Port? Oh, Florida. Okay. All right. So how about this? What's her actual name? Her Instagram name is JBarbie03. Okay. So this is Janelle Sindab. That's her Facebook name. That's a hell of a last name if that is. So Janelle, I'll give you $200 on top of travel expenses from. I'm assuming you live in Florida. From Florida, travel expenses, and I'll pay for the hotel, but for you to stay in. But don't expect no Hilton. You're staying at the Casa Inn on Rivers Avenue. $85 a night type shit, and you're only staying one night. One night. Checkout time's 9 a.m. I'll do that. Pay for all that, and on top of that, give you $200 to come sit down, do that little dance that you do, talk for a little second. I'm not gonna make you sit here for a whole hour. Do that little dance, and then go on about your business. I'm gonna get in touch with her people, and I'm gonna figure this out. But I'm thinking it's gonna be more like $500. I'm gonna say, look, $200, and I'll pay for everything else, the travel expenses, the hotel, food, shit. I have some Raising Cane's for us. Maybe we both could go back to that casa and I was talking about. Might get $400. All right, I'm tripping. Not actually. We'll be in contact, but I have to piss. Perfect time, man. Damn. No, I didn't wash my hands, so don't ask. My house, bitch. I do what I want. Anywho. I think that's all I got. I think I've maxed out, and I think I'm at 56 minutes. Yeah, that's good. If anybody sits here and watches me talk for 56 minutes, you're fucking almost said the R word. You're dumb. So I'm gonna close that out with this. This is my Easter song. This is the song I've been playing all day in honor of Jesus getting resurrected and going to heaven. Jesus coming back from heaven, something like that. Please don't be an ad. Dick riding that shit.
I done overcame so much obstacles, came from up on the so on rocks and shit. Even though I be out here scheming like a demon seeming, I know I'm God sent. It's gotta be God. I'm God sent, like he sent me so I can relay these messages, like he used me as a vessel, like he used me as an instrument, trying to lock me in a box. They hate how God can keep on blessing me. They lock me in the box, I pray to God to say my best. I don't drink no lean, I'm sipping no holy water like this my medicine. I'm a living testimony every album like the testament. Everything I went through made me who I am, so you be testing me. So I'm breaking bread with all my fam, cause I don't take no ecstasy. I done sacrificed my niggas, cause none of my niggas don't see the best in me. They want me slinging metal like the devil, but I'm hesitant. My brother, my mother, and it's for my dad, so he neglected me. I'm 20 years old, but I act like I've been here before, like I'm a veteran. He speak this shit through me like I'm a prophet, but I'm a reverend. My blood, sweat, and tears on all these lyrics, cause this my exodus. I'm down so I can live, so I can live, I resurrected me. I'm down so I can live, so I can live, I resurrected me. Hey, blood in my eyes, I'm going blind, oh. Stuck in these streets, feel like my life froze. I've been running these streets, got me dehydrated. I've been living so crazy, feel like I'm dying, baby. Blood in my eyes, I'm going blind, oh. I'm stuck in
Do people like the Lil Durk version of this song better than this? I hope not. Both are good. Not as good as this, though.
My brother, he just washed me down with bleach, oh. Positive baby, snotty nose, head peasy. Not everybody around the world trying to be me. Miss my niggas, hope they see me on the TV. I'm on Instagram showing off my BBs. You don't understand that this one easy. I've been walking around with my head peasy. Shot a nigga, took a shower with the bleach. Yahweh, mama, I fell victim to the streets. I'm sorry. I'm in middle school selling weed in the hallway. I was skipping school.
Don't be like Nico Iamaleava. And don't date bitches that are older than you unless they're exceptionally bad.